Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Friday, December 17th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Well, hello, Friday. Man, I'll tell you, last night at Midnight Madness, the town was popping. We tried to get dinner, and the shortest wait we could find was about 45 minutes at most places. We ended up at Cafe Normandy, which is always fantastic, and I eyed up some incredible desserts, but I behaved. I did not partake. But I am so glad to see all the stores so busy. Keep it up, people. Keep shopping locally. All right, enough of that. We have some news to share, so let's get into it, shall we? The Annapolis Police have released a little more information on that shooting/car crash combination that we told you about yesterday. Police say that they were on patrol at 8:40 p.m. when they heard shots fired in the 700 block of Newtown Drive, which is the Woodside Gardens community. They were investigating that and did not find a victim, but they did find 6 vehicles and 2 apartments damaged by gunfire. At 8:44 p.m., just 4 minutes after the shots were fired, they were called to Route 665 for that 2-car accident. The passenger in one car was identified as DeMonte Coney, 20, of Baltimore, and he was suffering from a gunshot wound as well as injuries sustained in the accident. The driver of that car was identified as a 17-year-old from Annapolis who was also injured. The other vehicle involved had 2 occupants. The driver was transported to a hospital with injuries, and the passenger was uninjured. None of the injuries are considered to be life-threatening, and police are asking anybody that may know anything to give them a call. Their phone number is 410-260-3439. The Maryland Department of Health released a statement yesterday saying that they are making progress on the cyber attack and ransomware attack. They say they are working around the clock and have enlisted federal law enforcement and briefed the legislative leaders on the progress. Specifically, they say that testing and vaccination statistics are restored and online, and that the COVID surveillance data, which is new cases, case rate, positivity, etc., is partially restored. They also said that there is no evidence that any data was compromised. And if true, I guess that might be the silver lining. As we told you a while back, WNAV was sold. Pat Sajak, who owns the station, sold it to 2 former employees, and the deal was supposed to consummate at the end of the year. Well, the new owners said that they would remain true to the roots of WNAV and did admit that there likely would be some layoffs. Well, no one really saw this coming, but we learned from an employee that all on-air talent was told yesterday that they were being released at the end of the month. Merry Christmas. The employee was not sure, but said that they believe that the sales staff will remain for now. And boy, I'll tell you, this sounds like an Alden move, if you ask me. Hey, Apple fans, if you are a fan of the Apple Store in the mall, it's a bummer for you. The store is temporarily closed due to a rise in COVID, they say. It's not clear if the rise is in our greater community or within the employees of that store. I suspect it is the latter. But they do plan to reopen tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Avoid that store. Much better service, same price up at Macmedics in Severna Park, and they are open and really good. And speaking of closed stores, White House and Black Market on Main Street was conspicuously closed last night during Midnight Madness, and there is now a big sign in their front window saying that that location is closing permanently. And I'm not sure what's up, but Nano Sushi's windows were all covered with paper as well. However, there is a new bar opening where Chesapeake Brewing was. It's called Game On Bar and Arcade. Looking at the website, it's exactly what it says. It seems like it's kind of a Chuck E. Cheese for grown-ups, less the rat. Not sure when that opening is, but we'll keep an eye out that for you. If you've been following Eye on Annapolis for any of our 12 years of existence, you know that we are all about supporting local businesses. Yesterday, we published a gift idea list for you that will take care of anyone on your list. I have 31 suggestions, from comic books to huge diamonds, from experiences to culture to crab cake shipped worldwide, all with local businesses. Take a look at it at eyeonannapolis.net. We'll have it pinned to the top, and as always and forever, shop local. And that's it for the news, but here is some podcast news for you. We dropped a bonus pod with Jose-Luis Novo, the maestro of the Annapolis Symphony, and I like saying Jose-Luis Novo. But we dropped that podcast yesterday, and it was all about the Holiday Pops, which is happening tonight, and a bunch more. Lots going on with the Annapolis Symphony, and Jose-Luis is a great guy. Have a listen. Up tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, Michelle Davey from Davey Dance Academy, and next Saturday, Shay Cook and Crusaders for Change. And as we begin to wrap, let's talk about a couple of happenings around town. Tonight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at McGarvey's, it is your last chance to nominate a hero in your life in person for the Military Bowl. Plenty of beer specials from Budweiser and their brands, but you can also nominate your heroes still online at militarybowl.org/budheroes. Also tonight, the aforementioned Holiday Pops concert presented by the Annapolis Symphony at Maryland Hall. Showtime is at 8 p.m., and there are still very few tickets remaining. There were about 4 dozen when we recorded our podcast yesterday, and when I checked last night, they had maybe 2 dozen left, so not many at all. Get yours at AnnapolisSymphony.org. It's a great family event. What's probably not so great of a family event happens around noon on Saturday at O'Brien's in Annapolis. It is the 14th annual Santa Speedo Run. Avert your eyes. But it is always a lot of fun and for a great cause. You can find out all the deets and register if you are brave enough to bear it all or bear most of it. SantaSpeedoRunAnnapolis.com is the website. Done. As always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave a rating or a review, please do, and make sure you let your friends and family and colleagues all know to follow us. It really, really does help us. A quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, and the Hospice of the Chesapeake. It is Friday, so I'll take this time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and shop local. Other than that, we'll see you here on Monday. Now hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that in just a bit.
Hello, Sean Lynch here from the team at Galway Bay to tell you about our very own Irish eggnog. This wonderful creamy drink is a handcrafted, traditional-style eggnog distilled and bottled in Ireland. It's made from an old Irish recipe with a blend of alcohol, spices and Irish cream that is completely unique and has now become an Annapolis tradition. When you visit one of our local restaurants here, either at Galway Bay in historic downtown Annapolis, Killarney House in Davidsonville, or Brian Brew in Severna Park, please mention this ad to your server or bartender to get a complimentary taste. Share this delicious concoction with friends and family for a thoughtful and unique holiday gift. Available by the bottle, case and half case at all 3 locations. Or go to our website at galwaybaymd.com for further information.
Also available at Pirates Cove Restaurant and Dock Bar in Galesville.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, December 17th. Yesterday was very nice across the Annapolis region with unseasonably warm temps, and today and tomorrow will provide more of the same before conditions cool down. Look for highs today in the upper 50s to lower mid-60s in spots, but with a chance of rain showers primarily in the PM hours, with more 60s and more showers likely tomorrow to get the weekend started ahead of a cold front that will move through later tomorrow, which will then knock temps back down into a more normal range for mid-December with daily highs in the mid-40s to lower 50s expected Sunday through at least Wednesday of next week as we move forward toward Christmas and the end of 2021. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And probably most importantly, be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from the Apple or Google App Stores so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Are you you're kicking yourself for not installing solar in 2020, missing out on that sweet 26% federal income tax credit? Not to worry, because legislation passed at the very end of 2020 extended the 26% tax credit, which means consumers like you can act now to get that credit and have your new solar system up and running before springtime when solar generation moves into peak season. Plus, in addition to the feds, several state and county incentives help to make the solar investment an even bigger no-brainer. Don't have the cash? We've got you covered with competitive financing that is more than offset by the energy savings. Bottom line, Uncle Sam wants you to install solar, and so does the state of Maryland. And you're going to love the savings, so what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasting. Contact us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Because love is what moves us. This holiday season, I'm hoping to encourage you to think of things a little bit differently. Instead of focusing on buying presents, be present. Instead of wrapping gifts, wrap someone in a hug. Instead of sending gifts, send peace. Instead of seeing lights, be the light. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. If your dream for 2022 is a new place to call home, give yourself the gift of planning ahead. We are taking appointments between now and the end of January for people wanting to put their homes on the market this spring. Give us a call and take the first step in making the dream of your next home come true.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.